I want to know, my question, one of my major questions to you was, how do you go about putting that package together? So let's just, like, I'd like to, if you walk through that whole process of, you're coming off one brand and you've got to either find another one or start putting a package together. Like, how do you start doing that? How did it all work for you to get on this new deal?
Honestly, I got approached by a brand in really early on, like August, maybe even July, saying we'd like to work with you in 2022, and put a bit of an offer together, which sounded really attractive. I was really excited about it and basically said yes. Then that fell through late in autumn, almost like early November, I think it was. Which was really worrying because I was like, I put all my eggs in one basket, had said thanks very much to Pivot and things like that, and I was all in.
Was your contract up at Pivot anyway?
Yeah, I think so. I think they've it was Pivot UK, so it wasn't the global thing, but Pivot's got a massive presence in the UK through Upgrade Bikes, and I think that naturally I was looking to take this offer, and they also said, look, we're going to do other things as well, so that worked fine. Everyone was happy. Then it fell through, so I was a bit stressed. Like, I was stressed about it because I was really excited. It felt like it had fallen through. So I just went out to a few brands and found out a few names of marketing managers and things that I could email with the previous offer in mind, the one that had fell through, because I thought, however legitimate that was, maybe that's what I'm worth, if that makes sense. So
which is a hard thing to gauge, isn't it? Like, we've spoke about it on here a bunch, dude. It's like, how do you gauge, like, it's tough, isn't it? Like, it's not an easy thing
and I don't
figure
really know
out
how to do that, but because I had that offer on the table, I just said, and I was honest to people, I said, look, I had an offer, it's fallen through, I'm looking for something, it's pretty late in the day, and my plans, I think it's a two-way street. If someone's going to support you, what are you going to give them? So I told them my plans for the following year, which are to, if I can, repeat 2021, because it was just brilliant. Never done EWS before. I think they're fantastic. Did a lot more riding with my brother, which I've not done for quite a few years. That was fantastic. So just so long as people enjoyed that journey that I had that year, I'll just want to do the same again. And if I can do it on your bikes and you can give me one to swing my leg over, then that's fantastic. So that was that sort of procedure. That's for the frame sponsor,
right? Okay.
And then all the other bits to try and make a bike out of it just were just straight to the brands themselves.
Cool.
I don't know if people do it more professionally. I use Instagram a little bit to DM
I feel like
a couple of companies, because if you've got a bit of a following, then it kind of misses that, oh, this is who I am, this is what I'm about.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it? Yeah.
It's almost like a little walking, talking CV.
Yeah.
Even though mine's full of crashes.
you are though, like, dude, I agree. You I won't say extremely lucky, you know, I don't really believe in that. Like, you've worked for it, but you do already have that presence, that name. People know what you're about, so you can, like you say, you can jump the queue a little bit. And most brands, when they see your name come through, let's just be brutally honest, they're going to be excited to see what you've got to say. They're not just like, oh, it's someone else just trying to blag whatever bike parts out of it. It's like, they're going to want to see it. So, yeah, I don't feel like using that to your advantage is necessarily a bad thing at all, to be honest with you. I think it's a really good thing, and I don't blame you for doing it.
It's funny as well, it's like so connected. Like, you can't really have someone doing the social media that isn't pretty much sat next to someone in marketing. Like, you could, like, it's too much of a presence, isn't it? It's too much of a voice of a brand, so you can't just have someone willy-nilly posting up whatever they want on there. So it's quite a quick way. I'm sure a lot of brands are going to get flooded now.
Yeah, totally. But from my side, dude, like, just to relate back to that, you know, I've got a distribution company, so I often see these things come through, much like Ollie might do when you're at Upgrade and stuff. You see all these sponsorship resumes come through, and some of them are amazing, and some of them look really professional, and this, that, and the other, but they don't necessarily have, I won't say the following to back it up, because, you know, I don't necessarily believe that it's all about Instagram followers. I don't think that. I think there's different factors, right? You've got, some race results, some YouTube, whatever. And then also, you know, when we're now doing stuff with this, it's like, right, we've got, this is what our worth is, like, this is our package, we've got this, we've got that, we've got these different outlets and stuff. So it's important to know, though, like, how to sort of sell yourself. Like it's a hard thing, and I'm surprised there's not more. I won't say management companies in mountain biking, but again, we've spoke about it before. There's not that many like agencies. I don't think there's a couple that are sort of represent some of the really big names, but there's not really anyone out there doing like, I wouldn't say mid-level stuff, but definitely like professional, but not your Danny Mac or those sort of, you know. And it's hard to know, like, how do you sell yourself, what's you worth, like, you know, especially with it changing so quickly with YouTube and social media, and, you know, it's not necessarily all about race results anymore, is it? As you know, like, it's not. That's a very small part of it for most brands. You know, they don't necessarily want podiums, they just want cool shit, which obviously you can deliver and have delivered. So yeah.
Well, Ollie actually gave me some advice. I know he's very modest, but you're a graphic designer, really, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you showed me some of the sort of CVs that you've had in the past, and they look fantastic. So that inspired me a little bit to just try and at least make a bit of a PDF of
wicked, yeah,
things which I used. So yeah, thank you for.
Do you know?
Direction with
not
that.
at all. Do you know what I think that does is? I'm fully with you on blasting through the DM, sliding into the DMs first of all, but ultimately then there needs to be a meeting after that, and something needs to be communicated to someone who's maybe not as in touch with the sport, or isn't maybe in the business side of things, to get anything signed off. And that at that point it's really good to have, realistically, like an agent or a PDF, isn't it? Or like, you know, I don't really get why there's not more agents in our sport. The sport's big enough. You know, I bet that frisbee bloke has an agent.
You bet he's got an agent, dude.
Yeah,
you bet he's got an agent for sure.
Who's that?
Dude, we had beef with I don't want to say too much. We had beef with the frisbee community because some frisbee bloke signed for 10 milli. Oh shit, it was 10 million, wasn't it? Dollars.
10 million, yeah, 10 million. So Ollie went on a rant about why is he worth 10 milli. We posted the clip, and then he commented, he got in touch and was like, no, actually, sorry, just to go back. Ollie talked about the fact that he just signed a 10 milli contract, but was driving a pretty average looking car.
Yeah, he was driving a purple Forerunner. I was like, I don't believe it. You know,
we posted the clip, and then he got in touch with a photo of his McLaren and his something else.
Huge shutdown, Jono. I got shut down so hard by the frisbee people, and I'm sorry, I dragged Davey and Benny with me.
The frisbee people went hard as well, man. We were not liked in the frisbee
I had a lot of
community out
hate
there for a few
frisbee.
weeks.
Yeah,
disc golf. Let's get it straight. Disc golf.
Yeah, but
community.
frisbee. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a frisbee, innit? You throw it to your dog, you throw it in a thing. It's all the same shit. Oh man, did you enjoy that process of like putting a package together for yourself rather than just sort of stepping into a role?
I really enjoyed the phone calls that followed, actually.
Yeah.
So, people on the other end engaged with the emails or whatever, and got on a phone call with people that are excited to hear what you've got planned, what you're looking to provide, and what you're looking for in return. And I think if people do this sort of thing for their job, not in the mountain bike industry, like they are a marketing person and they're doing it all through the year, but I think I've not done it forever. It's only in the last couple of years I've made these phone calls more and more, but it happens late in the autumn once a year.
Yeah.
Would you agree, you guys? So it's not like you get better at it through the
year.
It's like, what did I do last time? And then it's like, and then it's over in a week.
Yeah. And
then in 12 months maybe I'll do it.
I feel as well like the misconception that these things happen like early in the year is wrong. Like this stuff happens, like you said, August, October. That's when people are signing off budgets for the next year for marketing budgets, and that's one thing that's caught me out every year I've been doing a podcast or anything. Like I'm like, okay, it's December, I'll best send out the PDF, and then you get back the same emails like, yeah, we've already signed the budget off, it's all assigned. Like, forget about it. I'm like, fuck, next year I'll do it next year. Yeah,
I really do enjoy it. My brother's a good person for sounding advice with. He's a seasoned expert with it. I remember he did about 10 years ago, he'd drive, I don't even think I'd passed my driving test yet, but he'd drive off to Eurobike.
Yeah.
With like not a PDF but a printed CV of A4 paper with pictures and results and magazine things, and he'd put it on the table in front of them and say, this is who I am. So he's been on that journey for a long time, so I always give him a shout and be like, what do I do?